Hello. How we doing, guys? This is Jojo. John Tequilas, aren't you? That's his nickname, John Tequilas. It's my lad's cat. How we doing, guys? This is not a camping video, unfortunately. I did go down to Porlock last night. Or yesterday rather. I went down to Porlock yesterday afternoon, and with the intention of making a camping video to put over onto Scudo, but it didn't work out. It just sort of it sort of went wrong from start to finish, really. So I planned my route to go all the way down. I was going to go. I'm being upstaged. And are you upstaging me? Are you? You're upstaging me. It's a lovely cat, aren't you? A lovely cat he is. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. I planned the route of where I wanted to go, but every time I got to a particular way I was going to go, it said road closed, and this happened about 5 times. So I went another route. So I thought, oh, I'll try and get back onto that route. Get to there, road closed. So I gave up in the end. I just ended up going all the way down the A38, which wasn't particularly enjoyable because it was a main road. And then I got to Bridgewater, and then I couldn't really, the route I was going to take from there, I was going to go across the Quantocks and pass part of Exmoor and sort of do a bit of a loop, but road closed, so I couldn't do that either. So again, ended up following the A39 all the way down. Ooh, I'm being upstaged. I'm being upstaged. I'm being upstaged. Are you upstaging, are you? Yes, he's upstaging. So, yeah, so needless to say, it got cancelled. No, it didn't get cancelled. I ended up going on the main road, so there was nothing to film. And then when I got down there, it was a little bit windy, so I couldn't really film anything because I thought, well, you're not going to hear anything. So that didn't happen really. The other intention was to go for a walk when I got there. So I got there and I set up my tent and everything, and I was all set up, wasn't I, mate? All set up. I was all set up, and I thought I went for a walk down through the village. Didn't get very far, and my feet were hurting because I had my motorcycle boots on, and they're not designed for walking in. So I ended up with my feet were hurting, so I didn't get to do any walks. So I just went in a shop, got some beer, and went back to the campsite. And that was it. That's all I did. So I just sat, drank beer, had a tin of soup. That was my tea. And then didn't really sleep very well either because it was quite windy, and it sort of kept me awake. And then I got up early this morning, packed up, and came back home. So basically that was it. That was my overnight adventure, and it wasn't really an adventure really. I enjoyed it. It was nice to get away for one night. So yeah. So you might see a few photos in this one, but that's about it. That's all that happened. So yes, no video. And oh yes, and it was because there was a few people there, I didn't really get to vlog either. I thought when you're you're sort of sitting in your tent trying to talk to yourself, and it's like everybody else is listening because you can hear everybody else talking. You think. So I didn't do that either. So hence I'm doing it now that I've come back home. So I just had my lunch, just having a cup of tea, and then I've got to go back out again, so because I had a bit of work to do this afternoon. So yeah, my tent's out in the garden drying. It was quite dewy last night, and I had to put it away wet, so it's drying out. When I took it out of its bag to put it up yesterday, it was actually still wet from the time before, which was Damon's Field, I believe, which was back in February. It was still a bit damp, so I thought, nah, better make sure it's dried out properly, because you never know when you're going to get a chance to get away again. So I'll dry it out. So yeah, so that's it. Right, yeah, take care of yourself. And from me and John Tequilas, we'll see you next vid. Cheers.